I knew it. Hey, yeah, welcome to the stream. I need to like change the thing is talks about the Little Princess is that I can't really set the resolution. Like I kind of have to drag the window to like my desired resolution. It's annoying. I could actually maybe I should just set it to full screen for a stream, and hopefully if I miss a message, let me know. That's probably gonna be what I do. Make it easier on myself. Hey Gray, welcome to the stream. I'm probably gonna do full screen. I'm gonna full screen this, so it's gonna be a lot easier for me to miss a message on stream. So if I miss a message, ooh, so yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much. I is it time for the thing? What is the I oh right, the application thing. I'm trying to get for some reason you might have seen like a few attempts on the Discord server. I was trying to get a role thing to work. I'm thinking about just reworking it. I'm thinking about just reworking the entire system from the reaction rules because the reaction rules isn't currently working, so I haven't really assigned the roles yet. I could manually assign it. Hold on, let me get a game up on screen actually. Uh, guys, welcome to Slave of Princess. I could manually assign the roles, but I guess I feel like since I don't know. Today it feels like this isn't the type of game that kind of warrants that. Wait. I know you're applying to the open thing, but it's not really today. Could you I mean like it's not today. I was thinking about it, and it's just like not today. And also, I don't know. I was thinking about it like this isn't really the type of game for that, you know? I feel like I don't know. I'll set it. I think the day that I would definitely do it would be the balloon stream this Tuesday. Well, in like the next stream, I guess. His day I'm definitely gonna. What the heck is happening to her? We've lingered on the screen for so long, and I don't think it. Yeah, I think this might be enough. I think that. But yeah, I think we're gonna start. We're gonna run it. Or we can start a new game on this. Hey Grubby, welcome to the stream. Yeah. I'll definitely do it for the balloon stream though. Like for the testing thing. Yeah.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh, his voice acting.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Oh, and it even moves around with the
cabin.
The mouse.
Is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, we can do a bit of exploring. Okay, so what the heck? Why is there so many? There's so many choices. End of a world. Oh, so explorers like getting clarification, getting a little bit of clarification. All right. For instance, can someone else do it? I'm not doing this. Have you considered? Or we could just, okay. Or we could just be like, yeah, cool. We could silently continue, or we could just leave. End of a world. That sounds bad. I have no idea. It's could be also really bad place for the chat text. I've realized, so I might fix that real quick. I'll re-add the background. Waiting for one animation to come out. Oh, what animation are you waiting for? We could just also leave, but I think we're just gonna be here for the.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps
it's gonna be text there as well. You gotta be kidding me.
No more people. You have to put an end to her.
Yes. And everything as we know it. Definitely. But how can a princess locked away in the basement? Do you have any evidence to back this up? Honestly. Yeah.
Look,
I'm wondering.
On the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? If you've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on
Why do we have to listen to her? And that's your only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked
While
up.
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Wait, can we just stall? Hold on. Ticking clock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Stuff like that is the sole reason I don't full screen games on the stream. I don't want my face cam to cover everything. Yeah, I know, I get that.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Yeah, honestly.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I'm gonna loosely quote something. In the beginning, the universe was created. This has been widely regarded as a bad move. Pissed off many people. I think I reversed it. I reversed that second bit, but you get the idea. Oh, there's two options. Look, I'll go to time and talk to her, and if she's bad, she can say, then maybe I'll try to slay her. But I'm not going to do anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. At a side, I've got a lot of Stanley Parable vibes from narrator. It is. Yeah. The act of like attempting to converse with the actual person. Yeah, that is very Stanley Parable-esque. Someone else do. We get some sort of reward for doing this.
But you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Wait, can you tell me what our prize is for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
His name, by the way, is the guy we're playing as also named Stanley? Get a new PlayStation? Ah, yes. But wait, where are we getting the electricity though? There's a princess, so there's no way we have electricity. At least usable ones. Someone else do this.
If only that were the case, but I don't make the rules.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
How did we get here, actually? Come to think of it. If we're asking these questions now, on the hill, on the way to the cabin.
Is that much worse than slaying a
what happened to us?
Did
we just come here, like, mind controlled?
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Monarchist is like... What if we just...
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I've got the feeling this guy isn't a monarchist. I don't think any of us are. I'd be slightly concerned if we are, but yeah. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Alright, Blur. Alright, let's just... I think that's... Let's be reluctant about this and let's go, yeah. Love this game. No spoilers video first time playing. This is literally like the first like
then I guess we'll
minute
just
of a game that I'm playing, so yes.
But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Oh.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Wow.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I could definitely see like narrator being the guy who's like
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not
Oh, we
slay
actually have a
them.
voice.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, are we like a separate entity then from the hero? I think we are. Interesting. Interesting. That distinction is probably not gonna pop up again.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I'm so gibberish.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And take the blade, or we could just go. I mean, we could. The door could use some work. Could go in without a knife, which is an interesting choice. But I feel like whatever we need. But I feel like just for this one.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Do we not bring a Do we not bring a knife other than like the one we
door
already
to the
have?
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh. Kansas Chiefs versus Eagles is 0-24. We're now that unlucky.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, there is oh, come on, there is dialogue there. Ah, now I have to figure out another place to. Everybody really went dang early live like this. Honestly, I would not be surprised. Pretty understandable
She sounds
reaction.
dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's just be ominous about this. I feel like actually, let's be nice. I think or just be blunt about it. Hey, I think I'm here.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Yeah, we're really screwing ourselves over
You
here.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a
No,
threat
this
to the
is
world?
exactly the thing that gets you killed.
Focus on the task at hand.
I think you might give. I'd rather. I want to refrain from
You
spoilers,
weren't
so I have no idea.
kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Oh, she looked disgusting. She looked disgusting. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Why don't
You dare.
I don't.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
You already have you only two voice actors. So the person voicing the hero and the narrator is the same person. Oh, that's honestly, and the artwork is really well done. I'm already like somewhat pretty impressed. First, me, if we were a game of I have no idea where I'd place my face cam. Yeah, I'm already struggling to figure out where to put the chat, but yeah. I haven't decided yet, but I don't want to outright destroy myself. So I think I'm gonna tighten the grip, see how it
You
goes.
ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Okay, but realistically, what does she have? Lower left, just above the bottom text, seems to be the safest place for the scam. Lower left, but that's where the dialogue. The thing is, that's where the bottom dialogue is. Does the dialogue really never get that far? It's the only princess and narrator just do? Oh, that's interesting.
So, you should just drop
Oh,
it.
come.
Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Like, and we're like somewhere like here. I'll take your word for it because I just realized it also did block bear. So, all right, you do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Drop the blades, lead a princess, or we can be cautious about this. Huh. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die. You're going
Oh,
to
you
die.
right. Sorry, my brain is just not working. Apparently, my brain is not working today. Don't worry about it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Should I want to... I'm not dropping a blade. I don't want to drop the blade,
Then
but I still
I'm
want
not
to talk.
talking to you.
Oh. That's interesting. Fine, then we're gonna get scored in and pass.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade.
The narrator
Do
just
something.
switched chat. Sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Oh, come on. Really? Really? Let's see what happens when we try to do what we set out to do, you know?
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Oh. No, the thing that impresses me more about this, like, I know it's like, it's probably like a really simple trick, but the way when you move the cursor around, the image like here just moves around with, like, and reacts to it. And I know, I can see kind of what trick we're using, but it's still really good. I haven't really seen it anywhere else.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
We shouldn't have hesitated.
Oh,
But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip
Parallax
of her
effect?
shoes
Yeah.
feeling like a pickaxe
That's what- oh,
against
that's
your
what that's called.
fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Nip, are you alright?
Is this really the best you could do?
Okay, but it is a pretty cool.
Look at you.
It is a pretty cool look.
Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
She's going to kill me again? That seems to already
It
happened.
hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Oh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Oh.
What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to
Voice
stop her.
broken.
She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
You can just turn around and leave. Oh no, she killed us the first time around. I'm just gonna dip. So assume she's telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should it... And honestly, this is the funny option, but it's a funny option. I really should pick the funny option.
You're right. We should just leave. There's nothing we can do to stop her, so we might as well enjoy what little time we have left. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I can lie. Yeah, I definitely know where I'm going. That is where I'm not going.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
This is really
Everything's
insanely
back on track
terrible.
Again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I mean, I already said I'm okay with it. So why not?
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh.
What's going on? Where are we? We're dead, obviously.
The world around you is unwound, and its physical matter is replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. There's a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Healers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. I can be really defeatist, or I can wake up. Also, by the way, I can't even join a VC. I know we ain't doing it still. Strange. Oh, I forgot to set the permission. That's on me. Sorry. How's it going? Depression. Purgatory. I don't know. Let's wake up. It's not. Oh, return to your destined path, or face the consequences.
You're on a path in the woods.
You'll slay the princess.
And at the end of that path
you'll know when you see it.
is a cabin.
It's got a few achievements.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Are you gonna join Trevor's Minecraft server? I'm thinking about it. It's just that I need to do the application process, and I haven't done that yet. I haven't filled out a ticket. So, or I don't quite remember how to do the application process. So I'll do some research after the stream.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Note: you can fit previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. I can play with controller? Dang, it's crazy. And then... interesting. So... sweet, I've always wanted off a monarch. Viva la revolution! Have help and click the ticket and put IGN in it. Gotcha. Okay.
That's the spirit.
I'm gonna be very happy about it. Let's just
You
not
make your
hesitate
way
this
up
time.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a
Oh
princess.
yeah, we have to keep going. Let's try to skip. I'm gonna try to skip over more dialogue just to cut down for runtime because running novels can get long when I'm.
The interior of the
listening to
cabin
voices.
is almost in.
We just this time we take the blade and then
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult
Let's
to
just
slay
stab
the
him.
princess and save the world without it.
they know how to fight. Just have no wrong choices, no wrong decisions. That was a mantra. We're gonna roll with it. I
The
mean,
door to the basement creaks open.
got like
revealing
completely
a staircase
destroyed by a bunch of
faintly
hands
illuminated
last
by an
time.
unseen
Do we
light
consider that a
glowing
wrong
below.
decision?
This is an oppressed. Her voice.
Let's be ominous about it this time. This is a love story.
Good. You're still listening.
And
to
did it
reason.
say that at like the start? Good, you still listening.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
This means you have an opportunity to do it different now. As it said, you'll know when you see it. No spoiler. Oh. Here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and
Have I
talked?
listened to
Look
this
at
one
her.
before? I
It's
actually
not like
don't
she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we...
Yeah. And your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands.
Did I
It's tight.
hesitate again?
You poor thing.
Oh god, I
Your
hesitated
hands are
again, didn't I?
shaking.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her
Oh,
through.
I doubted again, didn't I? That just really to doubt doubt.
A moment of distraction and hesitation
Ah.
was all she needed to sidestep your thrust
Achievement.
and deliver a catastrophic blow to your
Achievement.
jaw.
Can I dang it, I doubted it. Can I go back? I mean, we can continue down the broken path, right?
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel
Oh,
bone
this is
grinding
different.
on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Holy shit, that hurts!
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Didn't give up. I'm pretty sure does that mean we've already been for that anymore? Let's just finish the job here.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive,
No wrong decision.
but you can at
Follow
least
season.
make sure that she
I'll
won't make it
keep
out
that
of
in
here
mind.
either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have
It's a
duty to
miracle
state
anyone
the
is still
facts of the
standing right
situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Side note, the game will stop you from going down repeat paths, don't worry about that. Gotcha.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal
Might as well
bleeding
all
is
agree.
certain to finish the job.
I'll trust.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Did a princess learn how to throw hands? Oh, true, actually.
this was fun.
The princess
Probably
gasps,
harassment.
her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Oh, okay.
If you don't, it will be the
She's
end
in the basement,
of
had
the
time to
world.
work out. That's true. I mean, that's not like raw strength. It's more so like fighting stylish. Hold on. But I already slew a princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
So,
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
okay.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
So what does that mean? Whatever you get on the first ending, that unlocks more dialogue or related to a voice, right? So this time we got the stubborn, which we went through with it. But in the first time we got the voice of the broken, which kind of just gave up and
The
yeah.
princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
All right then. Oh, she doesn't want to be slain. I wonder why. I feel like that's just a natural course of action.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on
Stubborn
you,
just
as if
wants to
trying to
throw
forcefully
down.
direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Without spoiling, I can say nothing like the narrator. Let's see this line for yourself. Right, Ben? Oh, there's something. Oh, what? It's anything with a mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
I want to see how handsome I am. I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you.
Okay, so
Use
you're
your eyes.
hear
There
us.
is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Push a mirror, sure.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
What, mirror queen?
You reach forward
Oh.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Oh,
I
what?
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Oh. So, I don't know why I was assuming that we were human. That was a pretty... In hindsight, that's a pretty foolish assumption to make. Or...
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to
What if we
persuade
were
the
human the
princess and
first
save
time
the
around?
world without a weapon.
then not the second. No, I feel like that'd be a bit much. Needs a bit of trimming, though.
The door to the
Guys,
basement creaks
yeah.
open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from
first icon
below
shows
is
a hand.
heavy
Ah,
and
yeah.
oppressive,
That makes
with an
sense.
almost sulfuric odor to
So maybe
it.
we're
If the princess
non-human
lives here,
start
slaying
then.
her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce
It makes
voice
sense. I really don't know why I
carries
didn't
up
make
the
that connection.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost
And now I've gone from
threatening.
computer. Hello, welcome to Computer Emerald.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Stubborn is way too into this. Yeah.
As you descend the
Oh.
final step, the form of the princess
that's
comes
different.
into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I hope you heard all of that, narrator.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last
He's
time.
really mad that he doesn't remember. So much dialogue that is lost. What's with literally the turtle saying course changed from reading, and the hand is now closed from looks of it. Yeah, because we're holding a knife. It changed like this last time as well. I picked up on that, just not what species the hand was for some reason. It changed to holding the knife after we picked it up. Yeah. Never.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Okay, so we didn't change. Not finding a giant demon lady. You just leave again.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I mean, it would be funny to do this again, but I feel like but this time around, how does the fight happen? Let's see.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Okay, so she doesn't know either.
Don't you
then.
get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Oh,
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I guess we're doing it. Listen to this voice, stubborn.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
A fun fact, this is one of the last paths you did. Huh.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
Oh,
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
wow.
Don't let her get
Hardcore.
in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Played 4 times, I haven't gotten the adversary yet myself. You can run, bait and moving out. Bait and opening up. Let's make this interesting. Let's just run. Let's just go at
That's
it.
your plan, then. That's your plan. Push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm.
Yeah.
She grins at you.
Yeah, that was
behind
short-sighted.
her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
We have to commit. We're gonna hard commit to
The
this.
princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You finally get it, don't you?
I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each
What
other.
if this isn't the second time
Forever.
we've done this?
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here. Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters
This
is
is a
getting
love story.
stronger.
Endless
and
love
the
story.
only way to get stronger is to win, even if it takes us forever to get there. Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It glides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood.
I
from
felt
the
myself.
impact.
I keep feeling myself like recoil
We're
at the
fine.
sounds.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes
This is my
her
kind of
forehead against
romance.
yours.
I love the type of woman who just straight up kill me.
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
Metaphorical said nothing. It's such treason everywhere away. I mean, what else is there outside of that? No? The hands, remember?
How much more proof do you need? Would it help to watch me rise from the dead with your own 2 eyes?
Hey, yeah, actually.
Fine. Go ahead. Stab me in the heart. See what happens.
The princess throws open her arms, exposing her chest.
Alright,
Is
why not?
she really just going to let you slay her? Do it. Do it right now, before she changes her mind. Hold on. What if this is a trick? If she's leaving herself open like this, there's only one way we can strike at her. For all we know, she's 3 steps ahead of us. 3 steps ahead of us? Have you met her? This isn't a trick. And how would you know that? Because I wouldn't think to trick us, so why would she? That's a great point, so please stop hesitating and end this now.
You know, in most cases I would only side the hero, but I just think it's I just think it's funny to do it.
The princess remains unflinching
That's
as
not
you
the
run
heart.
her down, her stoic expression once again curving into a knowing smile.
Oh, it is.
As
Okay.
the pristine blade
Why is it in the middle?
bellies deep into her heart.
To keep being between everything even the hands, but yeah, I can say no more. Sure, he loves his root.
Did she really
It's pretty
just
epic.
let us do that?
Yes.
Apparently, yes.
See you soon.
And then she stumbles back.
That
into the
shouldn't
wall,
have worked.
the blade
Take
still
the
lodged
bait from
firmly
your
in her
foe.
chest.
Great achievement.
She collapses to the ground. She's dead. It's over. It's finally over.
But it can't be over. She said she'd be back.
I know that the two of you had some sort of weird bond, but look on the bright side. Now we don't have to die. Isn't that nice?
No, it's not nice. I wanted to fight her forever. This is shit. It's not fair.
What if it's like a different parallel universe? Like, now we're stuck in the universe where...
Life isn't fair, but what's done is
Whatever.
done, and whether you like it or not, the entire world is in your debt for saving it from ruin. I'm sure in due time you'll learn to live with yourself.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, like, different stubborn voices like, oh, screw it, I guess to fight again we have to die as well, and then he just stabs himself. I'm really hoping that'll happen.
Let's just get out of here.
I've got a curse on a blade turns
Yes. That sounds like a splendid idea.
a bit hesitant. I'm a bit skeptical. I kind of want to see if something will actually happen.
Fine. You remain where you are and watch over the princess's corpse. She remains dead.
I'm telling you, she's coming back. She said she's coming back.
She's not.
She is.
She's not coming back. She's dead. Your blade is embedded in her heart. You slew her. It's over. I don't know how many more times or how many different ways I need to express this objective reality before it finally makes its way through your dense skull.
How many different ways have you got left to express it? Because it'll take a hell of a lot more to convince me that she's not coming back.
Oh, I've got plenty. Can the two of you stop arguing?
No!
Oh.
I'm not the only one who just saw her eyes open, right? What are you talking about? For the millionth time, she's...
Oh.
Yes, I told you I'd be back.
alive. We're shit out of luck, aren't we?
I knew it!
You didn't
I
take the
told you
knife
all
out.
that
Why
you
didn't you
believe
recover
in
the
her.
knife?
This is perfect.
And you waited for me. I knew I could count on you. I knew we were connected.
The princess staggers to her feet, one hand
Why
wrapped
didn't you
around
take
the
the
hilt of
blade out?
you buried in her heart.
No.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
Thrill of it. Why does he
All
not
of you need to
understand?
settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Then why did you say the heart was hit, narrator?
Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her
Yeah,
heart.
no,
You were
I
the one
agree
who
with
said
you
it
this
was
time.
finally
Yeah.
over. Well, I guess I had it wrong.
How do you get... You're not omnipotent? When she said that forever knifing her, I don't think that's quite how that
Yes,
works.
you had it
but
wrong.
you know.
Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Wow, that's amazing. What's on ever? What's that mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. But you did say it, so it means something.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Narrator knows.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
Princess can't die, princess can't die, princess can't die, princess can't die. You mean like the princess can't die, don't you? Let's see, Fred. I think we've all fought that one. Princess can't die. I'm not even going to say the princess can't die. I'm not going to think of it. Lie, but princess can die. I'm gonna lie to myself. Why not?
But you did think it, didn't you?
A bloody dance lasts forever. The witch
tried,
cannot die.
I
Cannot
tried
die.
very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it? Yes. Like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
Oh, we're placing bets?
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
Daenerys gonna grab a bunch of his friends and start gambling, isn't he? I feel like that's the next logical course of action.
But I think it was the stubborn one who said, "Your destiny awaits," right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stalling?
I mean, no, it's
Oh,
not
there's
wrong.
plenty
I've been
wrong
doing
with
that the entire
stalling.
game.
The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on. You mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
It's time.
Yes, I suppose it is.
If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
We just
Guess we'll just have to
Sisyphus
see
now.
how things play out.
We're just Sisyphus.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
Join your adversary.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look.
It's a lot of flowery description coming from someone who thinks he already knows how this is going to play out.
Oh, indulge me, will you? Me knowing how this is going to play out is exactly why I'm being flowery. Let me have just this one thing, alright?
Get up and grab your alcohol now.
Alright.
Here it comes. The big finish.
Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and
Here's
the
a
princess
drink with a
ready to
narrator.
end each other.
It'd be funny. It would be funny.
Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body and... Wait, no, really?
What happened? Why did everything go dark?
You died. That blow was apparently lethal. How anticlimactic.
You don't get it, do you? We're not dead. We're stronger than this. So stop whining and get up.
Saying
oh,
you get
blind?
up is not going to change the fact that you're dead. How dense are you?
Funny that you're calling me dense when you still haven't figured it out. We can't be dead. We're just like her. All of you need to wake up and enter the new world.
You know, maybe he has a point. If we're dead, how are we still talking?
Actually, that's a really good point.
Because you being dead is reality. Because it says right here that you're
Wake up.
Well,
alive.
Alive.
that's right.
I thought I lost you there, but you've figured things out, haven't you? Good. The two of us can finally be together.
When you adversary.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance.
Is that a heart?
But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment.
That's a heart. Together
And then you
forever.
get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Oh dang, what happened to her face?
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it?
I wonder if the voice of hero is just now just taking a backseat, just
Isn't
like
it?
stubborn to all the work. but he doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's
Oh,
still
shut
here
up.
too.
Princess stumbles, and her body slumps.
I feel so... tired.
We could just be stubborn again. Let's be stubborn. Oh! Oh, grabs her first. Oh! Yes, back. You do not have an opportunity to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Narrator's gone. What's the...
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
Check and be both platforms.
It's like it's mocking us.
Oh.
He is. Does that mean the
Is
world...
the narrator just tied to a world then?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need
Let's
to
check.
keep going.
It's all low. It's screwing. It's messing up. I can't. If I need to like switch platforms for a second just to see what Twitch is saying, because I know if it's Twitch saying something.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
This game. Well, it will. I live for 10 minutes. Is this what I find? Hey Blur, welcome back. What's the game about? We had to kill the princess, but a slight problem. This. So, where are we? I have no idea.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
You don't have a choice. What else is here? The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know.
Slight
final.
problem. She apparently is a professional boxer. You approach the mirror, and we gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. We're gone. The mirror remains. Time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Body. We're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Cabin. Since we can see Twitch and YouTube on the stage stream, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, we can. Go to the cabin. Oh, sure. Princess is a war criminal. Oh my god. You recognize a presence happening with Shell. It's the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh, is this a different thing? You're the thing I met in a space outside of woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
This track is actually. Let's see which side. Why does your character look like a goblin? Yeah, I've had a very bad day. That sucks. Hope it gets better. Let's see. Empty tunnels without... What does it mean by empty tunnels without a mouth? Why is there so many dialogue options? What are you, man?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What? Guess this is 50. Chat's fence. Unofficially shifty. Solitary lights.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am, honestly. Like, I'm thinking about it. Why do we have so many different voices?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay. Gift of fragile vessel. You didn't mention that, yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond.
I don't know if you meant to say bye, but
Perspectives to make my own.
stop bye.
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Officially, she's entity. I see. I guess the spoilers, huh? Because I'm working that out. End of world.
How can the world have ended if we are talking? I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
So she's...
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
I mean, maybe we could do something about it, but I guess we're just learning about it, so no contemplate right now. Of a narrator.
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Not a spoiler, just a favorite name. Whatever you're meaning now. Yeah, that might make sense. So, I have it known.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I'm noticing like a very distinct lack of other voices. Are those guys gone as well? You what sent me to Slater Princess? You what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
You know about the worlds beyond this?
I know only that they are.
Huh. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Heart. Were you always a princess? Or were you just making her part of herself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kinda. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Why am I in the top left? Oh, does that show up? Does this Steam thing show up? I don't know. I think I have sense of when Steam stuff shows up. That's crazy. Average people without a base 30. What does that mean? You must show up, yeah. Not that big of a deal, honestly. Yeah. Hey, Gray, welcome to a stream.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So we need to go through more routes then. Huh. Care if I'm gonna find a way to kill you, Ben?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
What is live? How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Wait. This of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. I don't know. Connor was talking about like before. I don't know. Earlier this stream, he's or was it earlier stream? Or it's like, I know we talked recently again. Talking about how he got like a bunch. He was satisfied with where he left the game, but he hadn't reached everything. I guess is something related to that, huh? Yeah. I just thought. Back now. Welcome back. Yeah. I guess that's what he mean. I guess that's what he meant by that. He didn't do everything just enough. What if I don't let you do this?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Just tied to. Oh. What are memories important? No, was it just latest mercy stop? Well, if I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
We're being symmetric. Like, what if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Oh, we can wait. Just wait for a little bit.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
Well, what can we make a box with? Can I steal a hand? Can I make a hand? Can I make a hand shape? Can I make a box made out of hands? I don't know. Ironically, I don't think you totally get what I said, but I won't get too far. But whoever meant, I get that. Now that you mention that, I guess I don't. But you know, we'll find out eventually. I feel like. You're okay. It's tented.
If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage.
Admiral Brickle. I don't want to. I'm not pulling that up on stream, but I don't really want to think about that. Killed Ukraine. I'd have to check later. But
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
what just happened? The game, did it just crash? Or did it just forcibly crash itself? No way. Oh, she is holding the flag. Huh. I just checked for Steam messages, yeah. Oh, that's amazing. That's great. I guess that's gonna be the end of the stream. I'm kidding. I'll boot the game back up in 2 minutes. If Force crashes like Undertale. Yeah, no, Gray, I agree. Why do you keep like going through the? Why do you want to just like message me through the Undertale reference? We're back. I don't know. I'll stop. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by the. I'd rather you chat through more conventional methods. All right. I guess we go back.
She asks that I tell
This is
you
weird
to
18 plus
remember her.
game. Get to the point. This game wants to talk a lot, and I'm willing to give it a space to talk. It's actually somewhat interesting to me. Yes, could I tell you?
You won't.
Oh! Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the adversary to.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Left left side.
And in the
Attempt to
basement of that
outweigh your
cabin
destiny.
is a princess.
Alright, so I think I'm getting it now. So whatever we do in this first act is going to spawn a different version of her later. Interesting. I think. So our choice of being hyper aggressive brought over the adversary. So what happens if we're more? Yeah. What happens if we decide? Actually, what if we just don't this time? I mean, we turned around and left first time around, right? But what happens if we just never meet her this time? Let him cook. Got this in you. Is he got it, kind of? Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously? You're just going to turn...
Okay, let's see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You sure about that?
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Wait, so what happens if we just turn on and leave this time around? What happens if
You're really keen on wasting everyone's...
Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. I don't care. I'm not killing the princess. Honestly.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
What's the world population of this time? It can't be that big.
And, last I checked,
Not that
you're
big.
part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always
Why
a
not?
choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
We commit to it. I've made my decision.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Is it just me or is it becoming distorted?
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Yeah, well, you've never seen a serious right narrator, so...
In every direction,
We're being really petty here.
there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
What?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you.
It's
You're just going to
duplicating.
do whatever you can to shirk
Go
your
on the
responsibility
path.
because you care more about irritating me
Maybe-
than you do about the fate of the world.
Maybe the narrator isn't doing the whole Stanley Parable thing, but the world certainly is. Wow.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
This is amazing. Well, I'm loving this
You
game
lose
so
track of
much.
just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
A stranger. Oh. We see,
You're on a path
we see you doing
in
what
the
you did.
woods,
I did.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
You're too nice for us.
And in the basement of that cabin
The fact
is
that
a
you left
princess.
first, so nice.
You're here to slay her.
Anyway, I think we should just keep going. just go. Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slave a princess. No. Nah, we've already been for that, I feel like. Amount of content is staggering. I agree. There's so many choices that I feel... In a sense, I do feel slightly overwhelmed, but... Yeah. Well, I was more fair last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it.
Oh, there is
There
walls.
weren't any walls in the woods. Someone might have gotten lost. Or
The world has reacted to what we
someone
did.
other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
I may have been a bit hesitant to commit murder. And I see that. Yeah.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
Contrarian?
Captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
He's really channeling the voice of
If
the
by
players.
ruining my day,
Amazing.
you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
A lot of options like the McDonald's.
The world really did end last time, didn't it?
At least you don't have to pay for these.
For all we know, we just got lucky.
And I had to. Yeah.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
You see why I'm by far my favorite Contrarian? Wait, we can just stay in the woods forever? I really, oh gosh. I feel like the Contrarian is just gonna... This is just funny.
Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though.
Yeah.
It's extremely
Please don't.
boring.
Well, no wrong choices. Sorry.
Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
God,
Alright, so
it's moments like these I need popcorn.
Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever.
No wrong choices, everybody.
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time. and
Ah,
do
we got the ending
nothing.
again.
Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy. What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
I think it does. What around you isn't wild as physical matter. We've done this again. We run it back, everybody. We did it. Every door is... Anger, why have you come back?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Is that like an achievement for retreading an
And in the
ending?
basement of that
Unexpected
cabin
new achievement.
is a princess.
It is. I think what happened there is that she's angry how we even brought a new version of her, right? So it's like, I think I know. So that text, that text that shows up when like, shows up like that. That's the thing, the shifty or whatever you call her. That's funny. You know what? First playthrough, incredible, amazing. I commit to a bit, all right. It's actually good. I want to redo the Strange River. It's gonna be. It's hold on. Right. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. That's strange. I hear a lot of blazing. Probably not.
Are you serious?
How do I leave? Can I leave again? Get back to the... Oh, I kind of have to, don't
Good. As long as you remain focused
Can't redo
on
past
your
when
goal,
you've done on the
it'll
same
all be
playthrough?
smooth sailing.
So we've missed out on the stranger bit.
You make your
So
way
is
up
there...
the
Does that
short
mean there's a way to,
path
like,
of
fail the
cabin.
game?
We're not going to go through. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking.
See it into the cabin. Not.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air
That
is
does-
stale and musty.
it does
and
hurt
the floor and
a
walls
little bit,
are
but-
painted in a fine layer of dust.
Yes.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
I think I just...
Perched on that table
I love
is
ruining the
blade
game.
Is your implement.
I love ruining the game. We're just gonna enter a base. This time around, I think we're just gonna enter a basement. But I just ruined the whole bit about the contrarian. It trust me. It was tower adversary and stranger are hard locked out. But you've already failed with true ending by turning back when you had it broken. You get the mirror in the tower. It's over. I've screwed over the run completely. That's funny. I'm gonna have to reset. Maybe another stream I'll go back and like reset. Just play from the beginning and reset. Well, we did get out. We did get Avarice. The game is massively replayable, don't worry about it. We're gonna need to like... So this is just one playthrough then, right? So I can technically just save here, but if I want to like get everything, I have to like reset. Honestly, it's pretty fun. Honestly, it's pretty funny. I'll probably do that at another stream, but it's gonna take a bit because I got like a bunch of other stuff I want to do. Center for basement this time. I will keep going. His advice, it's better that way. I'll commit to
Door to
Oh,
it.
the basement
I'll commit to doing just trying to finish off all of it during this playthrough. If I want to give a true ending, I'll do another stream for that, but yeah.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, her voice
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous
On the
game
meme
by
stream, I
coming
have no
here
idea.
unarmed.
It was an idea that we workshopped during the web vision stream. I workshopped the meme stream, but I have no idea when I'm gonna do it. I've got other stuff that I kind of want to stream. Ooh, it's playing dangerous game. Like I'm here unarmed. Let's try to save her actually. First blind free proof is
How many
play-
times do I
is
have
brilliant.
to tell you
Keep
how
going, no wrong
dangerous
answer.
letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
That's so much more in it now.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I think it might be just down to like
I am begging
knowing
you
the
to
person's
stay
intentions,
focused.
you know?
There's
Stating
a
the
lot riding
intentions
on
probably
you.
makes her a little more receptive, I guess. Okay, you just stay focused. Yeah.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'm curious. Kind of right, kind of wrong. It was a guess. We can do, or we can talk.
Okay.
Oh, I saw a little bit of red bear. Okay. What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Look, someone's already been named Mario, right? I don't think this is that far-fetched, you know?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
The thing is, I feel like is it just me or does the color of the text change? Princess of Kingdom. This is my night, Mr. Knight.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Nah. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating? Or drinking? That's a
I
good
don't
question,
see what
actually.
that has to do with anything.
How are you
This is the
alive in
only
here?
time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I think Nerys just hates her.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Oh. Walk down here, Lisa. Get to know you better. Know what to do. Walk upstairs. Or okay, so we do have a lot of options. But I think I want to commit this time to letting her out.
The princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do
Wait, she's
really
being
matter.
like really defensive. Oh.
It's not like you'd believe me.
I think I want to let's ignore the red flags.
You're only making this more difficult.
Oh, there's a bot. I need to. Oh, hold on. There's a bot on Twitch. I kind of need to. Apparently, they didn't catch. Apparently, that wasn't caught. On.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
True.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No. Sadly.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Perspective, a monster-looking dude just came out. Instead of helping her, begins interrogating her. I'd be defensive too. Honestly, you have a good point there. Let's see. Have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Yeah, sure.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Honestly.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into
Who's out there? Don't trust her. I think she's evil.
Is someone else here?
Huh.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Ah.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
You're
here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh no.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
It's easier cooked.
Easier for
Yeah.
whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Oh my
raising
God.
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the
Oh my
determination
God.
of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Oh.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save a princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above
Oh,
the unyielding chain
Oh,
binding
no.
her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
You're so hardcore, Hyman.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I love how she's completely in somebody's strike zone in this chat. It's hilarious to me.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
She is determined. I'll give her that. Let's approach the locked door.
No.
Why not?
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
No,
your body
no,
steps
no.
forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
No.
Watch me.
What?
What are you doing?
Later princess, later princess, later princess. Warn her! Let's warn her!
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges
No!
forward, the blade held
What?
low,
Please.
ready to sink into her heart.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Nobody cares about if we live or die. We're trying to get the girl. Later princess, resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is
That's.
agony.
I think we're gonna be.
You aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
And that's funny.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again.
This will be quick,
you
huh?
feel every inch
Huh.
of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I don't quite agree, but that's.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it?
A stab wound is still a stab wound.
It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out
I
beneath
love the
you.
upcoming voice.
You
Let's hope I
collapse to
don't
the floor,
squander it this
your
time.
blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
Your on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, I must agree, but dividing arm always freaks me out. Yeah, no, I've... It's, the thing is, I don't typically play games with a ton of, like, I don't know, bad focus with his tone. I don't play a ton of games like this, so yeah, that type of stuff does get to me at times. In everything, man.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, we can just keep squandering we can keep squandering it, actually. Come to think of it.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
It helps that's about violent it gets. I mean, that does help. Oh, I forgot it was Stream Davis game is cool. It is.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Especially shocking because it comes out of nowhere, especially if it's your first route and you haven't seen any of her violence yet. Yeah, but I feel like fighting off your arm is a level of visceral that hasn't been touched in the game at that point, so no matter what, it'll still bite.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Schizophrenic person killing woman simulators heat. Is that what you call it? Think? Is that? Certified Sim Classic. Hey Char, welcome to the stream. Yes, you made it to the Simp route. Welcome. Let's proceed. Because I feel like I'm not going to squander this one this time.
Warning. Before you go any, she will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Also, that's the worst it gets. It's some BS. I remember Doom 2016 again. That's a heck of a descriptor. Oh, it's one that I get. Again, only 2 voice actors. Times and good night. Absolutely brilliant and talented. They are, honestly.
I think we've already
They've been putting in work for the few times we actually managed to talk to her. Him sometimes, he also did Mag. I'm not entirely familiar with that. I might have to look at that later.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Dude. You got a 400 410 Mage and Legends. Amazing.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched.
You know what's lying? Maybe much Dodge Horseman. You did say you did only like go through a few things. So maybe.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You approach a mirror again. I feel like approaching the mirror would just brings her to it or something. I don't know. Oh, I feel like I think that it's kind of a necessary approach to mirror this time around. Y'all doing great. I'm glad I met you. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Let's just enter the basement again. Honestly, I'd like if a door change as well.
The door to the basement
And
creaks open,
and
revealing
the
an intricate
basement.
stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Wonderful stream mods community. Honestly, this is the best it's been. I've got to
But
be
it's
honest.
still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
A soft voice carries up the
You-
stairs.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime occasion. Let's savor it, I guess.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Sorry. Now I'm just thinking about this man. Do you think you'll hear the cloister bells? Sorry, reference to something. Hopefully Connor gets
Yes,
that
for
one.
everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Oh, she got a little. She have like, I don't know why. Did she have a tiara from last time? Guys feeding over the cloud.
My love,
It's this whole role.
we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Divis Furt, if I recall. Ah.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Oh.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Unstained.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Battery gets you over.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Wow. Basic. He's so exasperated at the thought of, oh wow, we doomed the world already. You know, I'm gonna ignore that happen. You can oh wait, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I actually am very
I'm
curious about
sorry.
that.
Didn't you want me to?
No!
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? Oh, right. Whoops.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why
Honestly,
are you two arguing
I'm
over the
willing to.
logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Let's see, what happened after actually? Or I can apologize here, but I want to know.
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh. Before we start talking, and
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
placing that buttering you up. Yo, they're buttering each other up. Let's be real. That seemed like
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
you do. I hope you brought a painful and painful death to ruin them. Painful ruin to ruin. Oh my goodness. No, let's be.
Then I
Yeah.
didn't end the world.
All right, then.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
Is it weird that like I'm actually more interested in like satiating whatever secondary, I guess tertiary voice that they bring.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue her.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess,
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I feel like this is more contrarian, but I don't know. We didn't get to see much of contrarian
I
because
would if you had a
haha funny,
weapon.
but you know.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
you wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
That's funny.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Narrator's glazing you and the monster in himself. I remember seeing a review about this game where the guy complained that he never got a different ending after always listening to the narrator playthrough after playthrough. It was very funny. Does that guy have like no free will?
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Narrator is such a hater, I agree. Why? What purpose?
What do we do now?
You want
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Hey, Andrew, welcome to Mr.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I just want you to tell me what.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
Whatever music shift. You want to eat? I don't know. What do you want? Oh, that's fair. I get.
It makes
She does
sense
sound good.
to me.
Yeah.
That's all I want for her,
So of course she'd want.
Honestly,
the
it
same
does.
from us.
Oh, I kind of want to push this. I know. Against Judd. Rationally, we shouldn't be pushing this because I feel like. Yeah, base your entire happiness around me. Yeah.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on?
Oh, it's even darkness.
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Well, that music is a bit strange. You just noticed? Yeah. No wrong choices, everybody. No. I want you to make me unhappy. This is what Americans think anime looks like.
I just want to.
This isn't right.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know what's going
what's-
on, but this isn't right.
Wait. What did she say? Sorry. Just want to make you happy.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Nobody wants to get her.
Okay, I'll find something else to want.
Oh,
if that
God, her
makes you
art.
happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
That's what Faith lived.
Like we're the only ones here?
That's all she ever wanted. Oh. You don't get a chance to ask another question. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Learning malicious brewing? Yeah. It's getting more simple and two-dimensional each time. Because I feel like we're alone right now. All she ever wanted was to be popular.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. It's the end for you, but not for. That is mean, actually.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Is this like DLC but only one girl? It's more like Bad in Theater, actually. Somewhat.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach Shamir. You approach Shamir. Based on reflection. Balance to reach forward. You're gone once again. The mirror always makes him leave. You need to see what's in it. Alright, good night, Gray. I don't know why. I should really disable that. Still look the same, though. Oh, you've grown. So we become more and more complete the more we sacrifice her, I guess. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to a cabin. Character looks like he doesn't take a shower ever. Yeah, that's kind of... I don't know why that got removed. You're at the cabin. Ouch.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
I swear, simple like color looks so odd like this. Imagine classic. Oh no! Now you're making me think. That's gonna be expensive. Okay. you say it feels like a riddle? Can you give me a straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say.
It was overshot.
If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
It's like the arms are holding a cardboard cutout. I agree, actually. Here comes he yapping. This entire game has been yapping, man.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything
I mean-
words could say in the spaces between.
What else are you meant to do? All-eyed hand-drawn? It is, but like, it feels, the thing is, the art feels so much more simplistic and more cardboard-like in this iteration for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like you changed like this.
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
It creates an atmosphere, kind of, doesn't it? It does. Yeah.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
I go back to the wall closer around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? That's actually a really good
Those
question.
paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You saw us imply I'll turn my phone. Yeah, alright. So, it's so good. Now, it feels like, I don't know, for this game in particular, the game meshes like the storytelling yourself so well. You've been kinder to me than everyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
All of this is done. Now what do you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
The writing is just so good. I feel very, very into this. You know what the end of this when you finish, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
How many more vessels? Wait, I can... The thing is... What happens if I click either of these? Like, I haven't even tried that. Like... I can continually bring stuff to her, but at the same time... The curiosity of what these options are. I can destroy my own body. Does that mean So, what does that do? I feel like in either case, we kind of just get reset. Like, I think for the body thing, definitely. Today, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I'm enjoying this game a lot. I need to do stuff. I need to do stuff outside of it. Like, maybe the day after the stream, I need to do stuff around the house. Yeah. Oh, is it? Optimus.
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Much more grass? Yeah. kind of have to. I have to. I just. Oh. This option is jumping out at me. I don't know why. But I'm actually like, I'll keep pressing more buttons.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
You don't have any preferences much. Oh.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I'm doing it. You know what? Give it a shot. Boat cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
But I can do this. I'll do one more. I can probably do one.
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Even saving, repeating the greatest saves ever. Everything you see, and over 130 achievements we found. This is a massive game. Endless replayability. Even 100. I enjoy choices. Oh my gosh. I keep forgetting how. Yeah, no, there's a lot of options. And after 100%, there's still so much more to see.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
The raise you will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. When many hands in front of you reaches forward, gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Living farther stream thing. Thanks for being here, honestly. Have a valuable insight.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
There's a ton of variation even within a given route. Playable. Being destructed damsel.
You're on a path
Right.
in the woods.
Gonna have to do. I don't know
You
what else.
make your
What,
way up
what,
the short
can we do
path
next?
to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
We need to keep going.
The interior.
Let's just enter her basement again without the knife. I think we've done enough things we've made now.
The door to the basement.
So what do we want to do now? Let's not give her fault. Let's not give her like the hope to save her. I just want to check it. Yeah.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was
Sad
starting to
member
think they'd forgotten about me.
And after a while, there's revived Discord server. Yeah, don't gamble, man. You just stop doing that. But yeah, you have a Discord server in the description. We can. I could try to make an effort to revive it. It's kind of dead right now, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't post on Vera as often as I. I don't know. It's really down to your choice.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Wait, so it doesn't let me just morph. Wait, if it doesn't let me retread things, what happens if we keep examining her then?
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the
Put her
right
down.
thing.
We tried that already.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
We were retreading
They
ground.
wouldn't have just,
Let me just
left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay.
check upstairs.
I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the
Locked
top
down.
of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
It's not.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Yep.
before raising
Okay.
her arm
We're
to
back
her
to
mouth,
this.
her
All right.
teeth tearing
Cool.
through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way
How do you
down
make this
here,
different,
but if there's a time to
Like-
strike, it's now.
I guess
Or
we do have
could
to strike
use it
here.
to free her.
Betray her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Charlie, you weren't here for last time. Yeah, she just bites her arm off. She just does that.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Why do you look like a werewolf?
You've
I guess it just
made a
happens.
terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's
Oh.
barely even threatened by us.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
I'm not so sure.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to
Okay.
deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
I just noticed she has her eyes are kind of.
Forget about trying to rescue
Okay,
her.
now.
This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees.
We can still turn this around.
We just leave her to bleed. We can honestly just leave her to bleed, honestly. They finishing. I'm also curious. They talked about that you're not able to retread ground, right? So why is he letting us finish the job? Why? Is there another? There's something else here that I'm missing, aren't I? Probably was like the name of the game. That's crazy. We can't give up here. So there's something different down this path. Because the give up isn't. You can just like give up again.
The princess is still chained to the wall.
Just-
There's nothing
I
she can
don't-
do to stop you from getting out of it. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be. You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For
Oh,
now.
the door opens.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold you very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Probably. Maybe.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't
Is it gonna be
know
jump
the
scare?
kind of
Those.
enemy you've made tonight.
Oh god.
It
Why?
doesn't sound like she's
why do
getting
you-
any weaker.
You back into this, huh?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't even- Ignore her and go to sleep. Honestly, that's the funny option. But I'll just
Do you think a couple of cuts is enough to do me in? I'm not as frail as you think.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar.
How are we
Its
still
lock
alive
broken,
then?
And the table shoved out of the way.
I guess since some of these flashing lights have left you on some players. Alright. We'll have to keep that in mind, man. This is the part where she kills you. What a guy. It's crazy.
Where is she?
Yeah, I did put in the description to be cautious about this thing that will happen.
Thanks for helping
Oh.
me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
So the story seems wait, what's the table even doing? That is a good question, actually. I have no idea.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Oh!
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
This is creepy. Oh my. Let's see. Let's go to stop. Alright, who started the wit? The jealous coach?
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here. We
I don't know.
Done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
Oh, but it is.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
So what's this chapter? The nightmare?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Dude. The only thing we can do at this point.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you.
That's not an
from
ominous
slaying
chapter
her.
title. It really.
Don't believe a word she
I don't think it
says.
can get more ominous than that. This chapter can't have anything go on.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't
Voice
trust
of the paranoid. Why are we the ones that are paranoid, actually? Come to think of it.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
Hold on. What happened to the door?
It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting.
Oh
Feel
no.
her eyes on us.
I really don't like this.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out, but if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Could we have a... what do you mean by a bomb? What... How do... I'm not going in this
Reach
unarmed.
down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
It ain't steel, buddy. It's plastic. I want the Ghostbusters.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
We have to. Armed. This is the best we can get.
You cross over the threshold.
I'm sorry?
And onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
So if we just like tilt to the left, we just die.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Oh my god. Okay, I didn't notice it. He did not have to mention it.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending
Don't ban
into
me,
a
I'm
place that
sorry.
isn't meant for a creature.
Don't worry
of
about it.
flesh and
It's not that
blood.
big of a spoiler.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Armed and dangerous.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Up off into the void in between the stairs. I at least want to meet her.
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
I think talk.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good.
Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway.
Yeah. Can I sleep? Alright. Girl. Please stop by.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I don't remember when I did this one. That's fair.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly
Got any
reasonable.
problem for this
You're the
moment.
one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh. I suddenly came across 2 open doors, came to the one on the left. Or we could disappear. I don't know. I'm. God, I don't have a coin near me. I'd be willing to do a coin flip if I were to. If I had one. If I had one. Suddenly went through the red door. Okay, we have the door without eyes, and then we have the door with eyes. I'm gonna go to the door without eyes.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh my
I
goodness.
told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
Oh.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Oh my god.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
You aren't helping, Paranoid. You are not helping.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
He's muttering it in the background.
What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Heart, lungs, liver.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Hey, you're supposed to slay the princess, not have her slay you. Kind of hard to do that right now.
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Liver. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Liver. Don't lose sight of your mission. Heart.
Paranoid best boy.
Liver.
Trying
Your
his
weapon
best.
is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Nerves. Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves.
That is a lot of options. Oh my goodness.
Liver. Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
I won't even finish.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
What do you mean by that?
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop! Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver,
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
You, how do you feel about this person, actually? Now I'm curious. Static noise.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Let's see. Keep together. I'm curious. You want to work together, can you at least turn off your whole organ shutting
I
down?
am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
How did I, after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
I feel like we have a limited amount of choices before we die. I feel like he's just gonna keep speeding up his speaking. You voiced it paranoid. What are your favorite four body part? Voiced it paranoid? I kind of want to. What happens if we do let her leave, though? That's the thing. Why are you framing me on serious? Why didn't you try to be nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Oh.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I'm really not gonna like. I'm not gonna like. I might regret this, but I'm really, really tempted to do this. Let her leave. I want to see what. I know I didn't let the damsel leave, but I'm tempted to see what'll happen if I have her leave. This is there are no wrong choices. No wrong choices.
No!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and...
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit.
Yep.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
It's happened once or multiple times. We'll do it again.
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
And what is happening? Yeah.
Trust having our back to her.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Right. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Step on
heart,
it.
lungs,
Happen.
liver.
What? Are you scared of turning your back to me? You don't have to be worried that I'm going to do something bad. You're too important
The voice actor is so
to me now.
talented. Honestly.
Heart, lungs,
I
nerves,
feel like
heart,
we've talked about it before, but the sheer range that is being displayed here, at least throughout this entire game, is unreal.
Besides, what if I lost track of you and trapped the stairs on accident? I wouldn't want that to happen. And I don't think you'd want that to happen either. So go on. Go ahead.
Every version of Princess sounds really distinct.
She
Honestly.
urges you forward, like one might a reluctant pet.
Honestly, I would agree with that. So good.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles. An uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
You're almost there.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
It's an option.
Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him. I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Well, good night and Jonathan. Such a small team. Many game of the year experience.
Yes, I remember. Of course, I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
It's running as well. Every minute that we play through this game becomes more and more apparent why it's so beloved.
Thank you. And you? You'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important if you still have a weapon. You can still make this right. Lungs, liver.
I have a door.
Oh, look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
I think the door's locked.
It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
Try again.
You pull
It
against
is.
the door. The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out. You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you? Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Oh, I love how on the narrator's case apparently it is. It's so funny.
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Hello.
The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
Alright, good night, Blur.
Okay,
Self-revive.
what do we do?
Well, hey Charlotte. If you're wondering why it's clown.
Lungs, liver.
Oh, she does look like a clown. Oh.
I said, what do we do? Oh, do you want to hear from me now? Yes. Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic
Oh, come on,
nervous
stop being sassy.
system. We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust.
Oh, thumbnail. Oh yeah, I was like, let's just open up the file and see what's in here. Oh, why is this like random PNG in the files? I thought it'd be fun to use as a thumbnail, so I did that. To be clear, that was like the only thing I really knew about the game at that point. So,
Brain. Heart. Right, heart. Lungs. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart. Lungs. Liver. Nerves. Heart.
that explains why I didn't recognize the image. You can check if you want to. Connor, if you have it downloaded, you can verify that the image is just sitting there. I don't know why it was there.
Lungs, liver, nerves. You're terrible at this. I know. I'm doing my best. Yes, it's very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it?
What are you doing?
Heart, lungs, liver, finally, I can talk. Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things. They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right, yeah. Fuck this guy. I don't trust him. Really? So you'd have them trust her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down. Thank you for your gracious show of support.
That's amazing.
But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say, so whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking. Alright, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to
Oh,
say my
okay.
patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay?
David.
Open the door.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Against all rational thought,
Lungs,
we are in no state to actually slay the princess. Actually, come to think of it. We are barely running.
nerves, heart.
Into actively dying and have to bicker between you. Have a great job, schizophrenic princess murder.
Lungs,
True.
liver. The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing
World of
the
terror,
forested
let your
path
terrors loose
beyond
upon
the
the
cabin.
world.
You bastard.
It'd be really funny.
Actually done
Just let her
things.
free.
You actually do love everyone. Liver,
It's so beautiful.
lungs,
I can't wait to ruin it.
nerves,
But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
lungs,
Princess, exhausted,
nerves,
comes to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
liver.
You do not get your chance to respond. Oh, you'll ever. Time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Trust me. We've been here before. You always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way.
See you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
It developed in a hard singularity. I feel like that was like an inevitability.
We
You know?
trust you?
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror. Gaze for reflection. Silence as you reach forward. You're gone once again. Mirror always makes it leave. You need to see what's in it. You withered. Find yourself in a long quiet once again. Cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be contradictions. This.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can he stand to be contradiction?
as easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart.
Okay, tender is straight up not what I expected.
Do not mourn her.
Interesting.
She has finally found her way home.
What happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
No matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. What change? Does that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, that just makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. It's a game about love.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Figure out what you want.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Wrong choice. What vessels do we need to bring?
We will know when we near our destination.
Right then. I care.
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Yeah. I see that. No preferences?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
This is. I hope you're really gonna go. Oh, look at work. And thanks for stopping by for so long. Appreciate it. Give back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Exchange +1 to subscribe. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Nightmare 2. And
You're on a path in the woods.
good night. So we have the last
And
route
at
of
the
a
end
day
of that
because
path
I actually
is a cabin.
because we're
And
nearing
in
the
the
3 hour
basement of
mark,
that cabin
and I kind of want
is
to
a
do some. I kind of
princess.
want to do other stuff like get food. It is a bit close. It's getting closer to off it. While. So last one of the run.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I want to say this might be the last one anyway, that or second to last. From the dialogue that I did see, it's most likely going to be the second to last. So. The hop and call is over. Hey. I got stuff I want to do.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air
You
is
play a
stale
video
and
game?
musty,
I
and
want
floor
to
and
use it,
walls are
so.
painted in a fine
I'm
layer
gonna-
of dust. The only furniture of
I
note
won't hop a call.
is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's this time around, let's take the blade again. In a while.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, I think that mostly happened ending prematurely, which wasted some time. Sorry about that, honestly.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
I would have liked seeing a contrarian, but I guess I screwed that one up pretty bad. But you know.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Her demeanor changes based on whether you have a knife or not. Interesting. How do you handle this next route? Well, I don't know what route I'm doing.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Decided yet?
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
If I remember from last time, we did actually tighten our grip, but I think I'm going to drop it this time.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
I'm going to quickly count the vessels. What do you mean by this?
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
How would I get you out here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
It'll be cleaner than the initial attempt, I'll give her that.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, count three, which so this would be the second to last. Okay. Wait, if this is second to last, then should we keep going and make sure and see what happens if we do last, or should we leave that for the next time we do this game, which will be might be in a week or something, considering how I have like the predetermined games going.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Been done.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
If you do wait, it'll be pretty short. The end isn't that long. I mean, even then, there's so many things in this game and we also kind of, from what I can tell, we did screw up the. I don't know. From what chatters have said, you're all like, oh, true ending over. So, even so, it'll. Wait, some. The finger, yeah. Oh God.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
And you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, yeah, we could have seen everything I did in one wrong, so I'm not shocked. The reason why I streamed this like 4 times. Oh yeah, that's fair. To be clear, I didn't see any of the times that you did because, you know, spoilers. Besides me cutting.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
This really is the
If
only
we were
option.
stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
I think you're just giving you an idea of sheer scope. Gotcha.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Buddy,
Easier for everyone.
trying our best here. Well, once you're close, please stream it again. I'll make sure to stream it again. Just not in the next few days because I've got streams already planned. You know.
I heard the door slam.
I
They
did
locked you down here too, didn't they?
completely different routes on all 4 of my clues and still haven't come close to seeing all the content. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, whatever you wish. Don't worry. Can't later. You have to say.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Lock door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. We
Oh,
can't
we're
just
not
let her
doing this
escape
again,
into the
please.
world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
So much content is wonderful. Yeah, it is.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body
Oh,
steps
no.
forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh, running it back, huh?
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive. the blade.
Did I fail it last time, Ben?
Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Receptive.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
That was a lot easier than last time.
Her face
I
remains
think I know which one this is.
unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Probably. See how it goes. A prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
What?
And in the
I mean, we've
basement
all
of
been
that
prisoners,
cabin
right? What makes
is
this
a
one?
princess.
What makes this one distinct? How does it? Why is this one in particular labeled a wizard? Not wizard, but a prisoner. Where did wizard come
You're
from?
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Let's go. Have to.
A warning. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
A skeptic.
Did
Interesting.
you just say wink out loud?
I mean, whatever option does he have?
No, I didn't. Wink.
Whatever option, really. Well, is he? I don't think he has a physical form to rely on.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Ah. Yeah, no, I'm starting to get it. Yeah, more castle-like, yeah.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'd say goodnight, but I gotta see what's through. I was wondering why you came back, but I didn't really give myself the window to ask, but fair enough.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Honestly, I say we just run with it. This time around, I don't feel comfortable with grabbing the blade.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Come on, skeptic.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Oh.
Okay. I'm trusting you.
Hey, I don't get any say here. What's a big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
This is the worst. This is like a D&D party ever. It's like we're like 3 hours in, and I've only just made a connection. This is basically a D&D party. So many times we rolled nat once. The Steam API file from one of me seemed to recognize I opened a game.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
This poor DM. True, actually. Hello, XP Sanity. Welcome to this. Also, I just got the notification on my phone. You're streaming in 30 minutes. I gotta clean this. I gotta finish
Don't
this
worry
quick so you
about
can
it.
actually like
We have a knife.
do stuff.
So what? It's not like we have to use it.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
The Disco Elysium reference. All your voicing had being your D&D party. Never played that.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's helpful. Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
I mean, either way, this is the last one of the stream, so.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Oh. Wait, no, that's... Oh.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Sure. You want to introduce you a locked up? You're just gonna leave her here? That's boring. No, that's boring. Sit over. Why not?
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
The story said try cutting her out, now it's more true, actually. Oh, I guess that you'd have to cut her. I mean, the neck thing is pretty big, actually. Maybe a little squeeze in your head would fit in. Who knows?
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Went down to like 3 times. Let's make her comfortable.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
For us too.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Intention?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Huh. I've been here before. Anyone remembers that?
Oh? Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Why contingency?
A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
I mean, if you didn't want to be, then I guess he's conservative about this happened, right? I don't know. The narrator is such an enigma in my head. It's just...
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Alright.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Because those... I feel... Andrew, I'm pretty sure...
I won't.
Honestly... What else would we call it, honestly? I don't know what else to call it.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
It's a love story. That is kind of... It is.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I like how every time we like talk to him, kind of just leave her hanging. He's just staring at us like, what is happening? Let's see. You just leave. Change the wall. Oh, when am I supposed to cut you out?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
Not said scared, though. I think that might be. But yeah, we've already said it. It doesn't really matter at this point.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Whatever chained a wall. Or
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
could we give us that option?
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Wait, does that give me the knife? Put her on. Oh, we can't lock ourselves. We can't. Yay, bondage time. Let's see. How did I die last time, actually?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
So this is the first time, surprisingly, that someone in universe has said something related to that. Well, it's just been staring us at us in the face the entire time. Freaky chat. So I'm sorry about saying because anymore that comment is allowed. Yeah. You know what? I think this will be funny. I do want to. I do want to look up this.
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Great. Let's you know what? I want to see what will happen if we just give her it. I just want to see what happens.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Yeah.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
And okay, the only reason that it got completely derailed is because of a narrator. Like,
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Oh, we've already tried to take over everybody.
Exactly.
You're
If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
okay, but Andrew, the closest thing we had to that, you might want to rewind like an hour or two.
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, it was just an offer.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
Oh, no way.
What is she doing?
Oh, she's actually doing it.
She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Oh, she's actually doing it. You know what, Chad? I'll let you pick this one. Type 1 if you want to look away, and type 2 if you want to watch an uneasy silence. Because it's less down to me. It's more down to it's more down to the viewing experience at this point. I'm leaning towards 2. With intent. Okay, we got some freaks in chat. Okay, it's fine. All right, cool. Oh.
Eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
This is worse violence-wise. It just didn't bother me at the time because I expected it. Okay, yeah. It's always shock value that makes it worse, right?
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
She's fine, I think. I agree. I think she's fine. Zima's gonna come out with like a Resident Evil boss. I do not doubt it. Let's see.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
I mean, you could technically vote both. You could vote 2 and then just turn your chair around. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
Oh, you can even see the little connections. It's still connected.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
I'm sorry, you want to mend ripped tissue? Okay.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Pull yourself together, princess. This is no time to lose your head. I know she's looking up all bored and all and that, but come on, we've got a job to do.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
Freedom.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Wait, we can just bring her out there? Wait. Oh my gosh, we can just drag her with. Or we can plain reward. Technically speaking, I actually have no idea what this reward is. I'm gonna honestly, I think we can help. We can still help her escape. I think this time around we kind of just. I mean, might as well find out what the reward is. I feel like it's the one thing we haven't done is actually figure out what the reward.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
The one thing we haven't
With
done
your
this
work
stream.
done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty. The door. Check the door.
Open the door and accept your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
Nobody is
But if
surprised.
everything's gone, does that mean we're not gonna get our reward? This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it. Okay. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Okay, this guy was ripping into us for not wanting to see the world ripped away. Bit of a hypocrite, I reckon.
Like hell it is.
I don't know, I'm pretty okay with it. Let's hope we get a better ending. Maybe the world. Makes narrative beyond wildest imagination. Not even a Klondike bar. That's bullshit. We
What's
gotta get
done
it.
is done. And there's no going back now. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
What do you suggest?
We still have a blade. Let's use it on ourselves and start over.
He's suggesting you kill yourself. You shouldn't kill yourself when you have an eternity of bliss right in front of you.
Slay yourself. You have a narrative. I'm happy. You're happy.
But we're not happy. He's just telling us that we are. I can tell you for a fact that I'm extremely unhappy right now.
Yeah, what he said.
Except for. Let's see what happens.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
He's just saying things.
The voice's protestations fall on deaf ears.
Can we, like, go back? See, do you think... I mean, it can't have been that long. Her severed head still has to be down there, right?
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Thinks the voices complain of too much. I don't know, it seems about right. Good ending, you did it. You saved everyone.
No, you stop that. Stop all this nonsense.
You really don't want to be happy, do you?
Have a voice ruin your happy ending. Now it's breathing.
You know what you have to do.
No Klondike bars. Dang. Wait, we didn't even get to drink with him. Like, back when, like, during another ending. Didn't you get to drink with him? It sucks. You never actually saw that. Is there no...
If it makes it easier for you, I can do it. Let me have it.
We're not doing that. No, I don't want to do it.
Don't apologize. I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you sorry? Your body lurches as your heart suddenly stops beating. Are you killing us?
You'll forgive me eventually.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yes.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
It turns out that it doesn't take too long to die after your heart stops beating. You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Hey, go to sleep, bro. This game it does stuff to you.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
What? Chapter 3. A cage?
You're on a path in the wood. Are you fucking kidding me? We had everything we ever could have wanted, and you killed us.
Voice of the cheated. What? Why is there a chapter 3? The stream is still going. We're not leaving this on a cliffhanger. What?
We didn't have everything we ever could have wanted. That's just what he told us. I want the truth, not some made-up eternal happiness.
What? Lots of routes have chapter 3 if you pick certain options. First time around, I guess.
It was nice. Who gives a shit about truth?
I care!
I do. He said we were happy, but what does happiness like that even mean? It was just another prison.
And this isn't. There are chains everywhere.
That just means we're on the right track, you numbskull. That we're finally starting to see reality for what it is.
Can you two stop fighting? It's not very productive. No, it isn't, is it? So let's focus up.
So now there's 4 voices in our head.
You've clearly already been here before, and judging by how deranged you all are, you've already been here more than once. I'll spare you my full introduction, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities. Not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Collecting voices like Pokemon? Yeah. I care about truth. Yeah, and how that fair and deep? Well, buddy! Honestly fair. Should we still talk about how we started? We started with the blade?
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
If I was honestly amazed you avoided them for a slog, that's fair.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Great. So what do you want? So what happens? We committed suicide. And now we're here. That's great. Magic carpet splash.
It doesn't matter if we spawn with it or have to trudge all the way up to the cabin to get it. It's not even a blade, really. It's just a dinky little knife. The real threat here can kill us without it anyway.
I didn't kill us without reason.
Well, you still killed us. This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
Did this route last? Let's see. Our last. The way you decided to thank us for locking us in the happiness void forever.
So you actually managed to slay her? Yet you've still found your way back here. Absolutely unbelievable. What on earth is wrong with you?
He's saying that like it's our fault.
We weren't satisfied with your happy little prison.
But it has happy right there in the name.
I've seen many playthroughs of this game, and I've never seen a chapter 3. Unlucky. That's all I can say.
It wasn't actually very happy. I was fine with it, but that spiteful bastard gave us a heart attack and killed us for no reason.
I had a great reason. We were stuck with no answers. And now we're not. You're welcome.
And you don't think we're stuck now? We're still in a cage, it's just bigger.
You know, if you think about it, isn't life just a really big cage? Oh, don't you start philosophizing. Just get to the cabin and settle this already.
Okay, this would be really funny, but I'm just too curious about... Oh, we can just throw the weapon away. Actually, no, that's funny.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right.
You know what? Yeah, screw this. We won't play along with any of you.
You're welcome. Every chapter 3 or Infinity's... I'm sorry, Resident... I'm sorry, 4?
You're all being ridiculous. Why would we disarm ourselves at a time like this? Don't you dare.
This was meant to be the last route of the stream. We're here half an hour later. I'll toss it.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
You have your chance last time, and we saw how that worked for us.
Without another word, you foolishly hurl your only chance at victory far off into the woods, never to be seen again.
Never to be seen again. All we did was toss it into the woods. There's nothing stopping us from picking it back up.
Hey, we're... threw it very far, don't worry about it. Nope, I couldn't sleep. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll be able to sleep.
Oh, but there is something stopping you from picking it back up. The fact that you already made your decision. As much as I'd like to turn back the clock, we'll all just have to suffer the consequences of what you've done. That's how decisions work.
Huh. That felt good. Best thing we've done in ages. Whatever this bullshit world throws at us next, we'll always have this tiny victory.
No way if you remember memories. Go.
You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within.
Okay. Set up your first believers. Stream. Hard luck tower and stranger. Please see them. I'll see them at some point.
Great. A creaky old bridge and a bottomless ravine. Because getting to the cabin was too easy last time. I wonder what other sick jokes are waiting for us. Maybe that ravine doesn't even go anywhere. It'd be par for the course if we slipped and wound up falling forever.
Yeah, no, Jessica, I'm sorry that I'm awake for this long. You got something important to do. I was not expecting for it to still be on this route.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that. Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster, destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already foolishly threw away your weapon, but still, your objective awaits. And how are we supposed to get to the basement? I don't see a way down. All I see is a mirror. What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
Oh.
Oh, don't you lie to us. We can trust our eyes, and I am not going to stand around arguing over a stupid mirror.
I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. Just get to the basement, okay? The door's on the other side of the room. Then, I guess there's nowhere for us to go but forward.
Shouldn't the stream have ended? This route is really long, and we're in a completely new chapter. It's hard to put it down at this point. Sure.
You step out onto the floor, or what should have been a floor.
What?
Should have been? Yes, unfortunately, you realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Go through the mirror like Prince of Persia. Spoke too soon, buddy.
Oh, now this is just absolute bullshit. Can't even walk across a room now without being plunged into an abyss.
You're too emotional, it makes us sloppy. We have to focus on details right now, and we can't focus on details if you're raging about every little thing that happens.
Are we supposed to focus on details while we're falling into a bottomless pit?
Don't be ridiculous, it obviously has a bottom.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Let's wait. Let's give her an option.
The princess takes a slow step forward. As she does so, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you.
Sound design is so good. It's I still don't like I don't like it, but that's purely on a God, that feels disgusting. Honestly, they did it.
As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows.
Oh, she's still beheaded.
The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Oh, we're being strangled already? You haven't given us a chance to do a damn thing! What's the point of any of this if we don't even get to make a single choice?
I'm not here to give you chances, I'm here to set the stage and to dictate to you what happens. I can advise you on the correct course of action, but there are limits to my direct involvement. The choices, if that's what you like to call them, have always been yours.
Okay, slow down, please. Don't make me use the safe word.
A riddle while we're dying is
wild.
Just like you. Now to figure out what exactly you mean by choices.
Oh, for the love of stop thinking and do something!
You're pleading with me as if I have a say over anything that happens here. Shouldn't you know by now that I don't?
Yeah, no, yep.
And neither do you.
The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
You're sick of your shit.
Oh, well, isn't that just convenient?
It makes sense to me. She's a severed head. What control could she possibly have over her body? There's no connections, no nerves. So bodies can work on their own.
Is it bad that I'm starting to vicariously feel it? I'm gonna assume yes.
You know, I wouldn't mind that, actually. Maybe when the chain pops our useless head off, we'll get to run around without it.
Okay, I say starting to, but it's really more like a small tinkling sensation. The skateboard. Means you were freak. I don't think that. Okay.
This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Hey, choice. Stop using violence right now. Yeah. I want to keep my head, please.
You're not looking at things right. Your eyes are fixed on the distraction instead of on the hand working the illusion.
I see. You know, maybe she's onto something. Maybe being ahead means you can really focus on figuring out the truth.
Oh, don't you start.
Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
Well, look, my two big streams how to figure out how to navigate this game. Honestly, it makes sense.
You come to me, knife in hand.
But that's not right. We didn't bring the knife. We even told her that earlier.
Fairness keep guiding us towards both agents of chaos. This time, I chose to talk to you unarmed. Silently wave your empty hands. Sure.
No knife. But that's not right.
The body marching towards you comes to a lurching stop.
Huh. She stopped. What is that supposed to mean?
What? I don't know, actually. Might as well just say nothing here.
You're staring at me like the answer is self-evident. But it can't be. Not after all that violent repetition. Oh.
Oh!
Suddenly, the chains loosen, the hooks sliding from your skin. You come crashing to the floor, and as the chains rain down around you, her body falls too.
Huh. I guess this plays out differently. Ah, probably because I don't have a knife. I threw away a knife because I thought it'd be funny.
The room settles into comforting silence. No more rattling of chains. No more slow, deliberate footsteps from the princess's body. Only the soft click of the latch as it opens the door of the cage.
I've seen this movie like Dr. Katz. If she's having some... Maybe.
So that's really all it took?
The truth was right there the whole time. We just needed to believe we were better than this. I feel like a fool, really. But it's always the most complicated problems that tend to have the simplest solutions.
That is absolutely not how this works.
No, I'm with the skeptic on this one. I think that is totally how it works.
Looks like we've seen through your lies at last, Mr. the Narrator. If that even is your real name.
Not you unlock chapter 4 here, please don't. I want to end stream at some point.
Oh, shut up. We got lucky. And you especially got lucky. Both of you talk too much. Give her a chance to say what she wants to say. I'm sick of treating this like some puzzle or bullshit game.
I want you to take me out of this place. That's all I've ever wanted.
The princess's body doesn't stand, instead holding the cage aloft, beckoning you to come near. If you take her out of there, if you carry her to freedom, it's the end of the entire world. You know that, right?
Saved us all, but hear your voice.
Fine by me. This world is bullshit anyways. The rest of us will find one that's better. Besides, we already made our choice. All the way back in the woods. Nothing you can do about it now. I suppose not. You know, I think a part of me always knew this was doomed from the start.
I'm narrating on borrowed time, aren't I? But even if I'm doomed to go, I might as well make sure you have a proper ending. Go on then.
Princess Mortgage.
You cautiously approach the kneeling body and extend your hand, bruised and bleeding from the trials that brought you to this point. And then you take her from her prison. She looks up at you, and for the first time since you laid eyes on her, she smiles warmly.
Oh, and any. I hope you make another stream. Bravo. It's not quite done yet. But I'm gonna.
I have no idea how we're supposed to leave.
Oh, that's really.
But the body points, and you follow its finger to a lone chain dangling from the doorway that sits far, far above you.
I find irony that you end up in one of the longest streams possible. Considering this is chapter 4.
Are we supposed to climb up while holding her?
I'll pull us out of here, if you just hold on.
I'm game.
So am I. Then get on with it.
Move a chain.
You wrap your hand in the chain, holding tight as it starts to move and holding the princess close to you. Together, you rise out of the pit.
I'm sorry if I made this harder than it had to be.
That was also our design. That I've just kind of been clicking buttons.
You glance back towards the princess's body, doing its part as it hoists you up. It grows smaller and smaller, slowly disappearing back into the shadows of the basement.
No, that's not right. There shouldn't be an F. I'm sorry. I made this harder than it had to be.
Maybe she has a point, in a way. Our bodies don't matter.
We're almost there. You can smell the night air.
That bit of light feels like it's mocking us. At any moment, she could just drop the whole thing and send us crashing down.
That's not skeptic talking.
I don't think that's gonna happen, mate. It'll be par for the course. And then the chain stops its ascent, depositing you safely in the cabin doorway. I guess you never closed it behind you. Well, there's only one thing left for you to do.
Shall we?
Yeah. I don't want to battle around. I just want to.
And so you step into a world ended by your hand. What a travesty. Goodbye. It's me.
What a parallax here is. I really like this one's not to me.
Awful? Is he still there?
I think he's gone.
We did it! That wasn't so bad. Now I guess we'll need to find a new game to play.
Oh, don't you?
Thank you so much. I didn't think this was possible, but here we are. It's a little cold out here, isn't it?
I feel so bad. I knew this was gonna happen, but I was slightly hoping it didn't. You do not get the chance to respond. Will you ever? It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we
Allegory
try and
cage.
find her?
Walls of your cage. Always your location.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
it's going to do something to us. I can feel it.
I'm gonna be on the side. Nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out?
Hopefully.
Feels too good to be true.
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror. Gaze. Silence as you reach forward. We're gone once again. Mirror always makes me. But you need to see what's in it. To unravel. Find yourself in a long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Approach.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
There are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Think anyone out there is real? You think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
What are your thoughts on this vessel this time?
This one is a locked door to which you held the key. She will make for an open heart if you let her.
Oh.
Do not mourn her. She is no longer bound.
You know what's gonna happen? You awaken. You awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Take me back. Not alone. Your voices are repeat. Both of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. He wants to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Possibly. Does. Find him. Honestly, this is probably
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage. Oh my god. Hold on. You know we're gonna fight when it's over. Want to bring last vessel?
We may fight, and we may not. But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace. Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance to know you.
This is the last stage of you. I'm not going back. Stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
I'll wait.
I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
I'm not gonna lie. I selected that intentionally. Not that. I feel like this one. I feel like not this one. This one is a better fitting for the end of a stream. I'm honestly enjoying the game like a lot. There's a ton of work that went into it. So there's so much stuff that I really want to do. I know it says that we're like close to getting the last one done, but but as chatters have said before, even even like one end to it isn't enough for it. We're gonna do another stream for this, that's for sure. I don't know when that stream is going to be because I've again other stuff I want to do, and I don't stream that often. I stream every other day, starting at 5 p.m. PST. So I don't know. But next time it's gonna be next time we stream is gonna be a Tuesday. So that means we're gonna be going back to Bloons Tower Defense. Very different stream than like what this is, but you know, I have this scheduled for every 2 weeks, so you know, let's see what happens. Guess we'll see what happens that day. Good night, thanks. Thanks for being here, Jessica, and everyone else in the stream as well. Everyone sticking around, it's greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah, I'll whoever sticks around, I'll see you guys on Tuesday.